Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. I want to talk to you about something that affects every single one of us: money. Money is one of the most powerful tools in our lives, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. Many of us feel like we're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or just plain confused about how to make our money work for us. But I'm here to tell you tonight that it doesn't have to be that way. You can take hold of your money. You can build wealth. You can live a life of financial freedom. But it's going to take focus, discipline, and a plan. Tonight, I'm going to walk you through 10 key principles that will help you take control of your money. These aren't just theories or pie-in-the-sky ideas. These are practical, proven steps that have worked for millions of people. So grab a pen and paper, open up your mind, and let's get started. 1, face the truth about your financial situation. The first step to taking hold of your money is to face the truth about where you are right now. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. Many people live in denial about their finances. They avoid looking at their bank accounts, ignore their credit card statements, and pretend everything is fine. But here's the hard truth. If you don't know where your money is going, you'll never be in control. Let me ask you a question. Do you know how much money you spent last month? Do you know how much you owe in debt? If you don't, you're not alone. But it's time to change that. You've got to face the numbers, no matter how scary they are. When you don't know where your money is going, it's like driving a car with a blindfold on. You're going to crash eventually. But when you face the truth, you can start making informed decisions. You can see where you're overspending, where you can cut back, and where you need to make changes. Sit down and write out your income, expenses, debts, and assets. Create a budget. Yes, a budget. It's not a dirty word. A budget is simply a plan for your money. It tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. When you see the numbers on paper, it's like turning on a light in a dark room. You can finally see what you're dealing with. Facing the truth can be scary, it can be overwhelming, but it's also empowering. When you know where you stand, you can start taking steps to improve your situation. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You're in control. 2, stop the bleeding, cut up the credit cards. If you're serious about taking hold of your money, you've got to stop using credit cards. Credit cards are not your friend, they're a trap. They make it easy to spend money you don't have and keep you in a cycle of debt. The average American has thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and they're paying ridiculous interest rates just to keep up. Credit cards create the illusion of wealth. They make you feel like you can afford things you can't, but every time you swipe that card, you're borrowing from your future self. And if you're not careful, you'll end up drowning in debt. Cut up your credit cards. Yes, all of them. If you're in debt, stop adding to it. Start living on a cash-only basis. Use a debit card or cash for your purchases. If you don't have the money, you don't buy it. It's that simple. Cutting up your credit cards can feel scary. It's like cutting off a safety net. But here's the thing. That safety net is an illusion. Credit cards don't make you safe, they make you vulnerable. When you stop using them, you're taking back control of your money. 3, build a $1,000 emergency fund. Life happens, your car breaks down, your fridge stops working, you get sick. These things are going to happen. And if you're not prepared, they'll send you right back into debt. That's why you need an emergency fund. An emergency fund is your first line of defense against life's surprises. It's what keeps you from going into debt when something unexpected happens. Without it, you're one crisis away from financial disaster. Save $1,000 as fast as you can. This is your starter emergency fund. It's not your full emergency fund. We'll get to that later, but it's enough to cover most small emergencies. Put this money in a separate savings account where you can access it quickly, but won't be tempted to spend it. Having an emergency fund gives you peace of mind. It's like having an umbrella when it starts to rain. You don't have to worry about how you're going to handle the next crisis because you're prepared. For get out of debt, the debt snowball method. Debt is a dream killer. It keeps you from building wealth, saving for retirement, and living the life you want. If you're in debt, your number one financial goal should be to get out of it as fast as possible. Debt is a burden. It weighs you down and limits your options. When you're in debt, you're working for your creditors instead of working for yourself. But when you're debt-free, you have the freedom to live life on your terms. Use the debt snowball method. Here's how it works. List all your debts from smallest to largest. Pay the minimum payment on all of them except the smallest one. Throw every extra dollar you have at the smallest debt until it's gone, then move on to the next one. As you pay off each debt, you gain momentum like a snowball rolling downhill. This method works because it's not just about the math, it's about behavior change. You need quick wins to stay motivated. Paying off debt is hard work. It requires sacrifice and discipline, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Every time you pay off a debt, you're one step closer to financial freedom. And when you finally make that last payment, it's like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders finally. Save 3 more 6 months of expenses for a full emergency fund. Once you're out of debt, it's time to build a full emergency fund. This is your safety net. It's what will keep you from going back into debt when life throws you a curveball. A full emergency fund gives you security. It's what allows you to handle major life events like losing your job or facing a medical emergency without derailing your financial progress. Save 3-6 months worth of living expenses. If you lose your job or have a major emergency, this fund will cover your bills while you get back on your feet. Keep this money in a savings account or money market account where it's safe and accessible. Having a full emergency fund is like having a financial safety net. It gives you peace of mind and allows you to sleep better at night. You know that no matter what happens, you're prepared. 6, invest 15% of your income for retirement now that you're debt-free and have a full emergency fund. It's time to start building wealth. One of the best ways to do that is by investing for retirement. Investing is how you build long-term wealth. It's how you ensure that you'll have enough money to live comfortably in retirement. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Invest 15% of your income into retirement accounts like a 401k or Roth IRA. If your employer offers a match, take advantage of it. That's free money. Focus on good growth stock mutual funds with a long track record of success. The key here is consistency. Start now and let compound interest work its magic over time. Investing for retirement is about more than just money. It's about securing your future and giving yourself the freedom to enjoy your golden years. It's about knowing that you're taking care of yourself and your loved ones. 7, to pay off your home early. Your home is likely your biggest expense. Imagine how much financial freedom you'd have if you didn't have a mortgage payment. Paying off your home early frees up a huge portion of your income. It gives you the freedom to live life on your terms and reduces your financial stress. Once you're debt-free, have a full emergency fund and are investing 15% for retirement, start paying extra on your mortgage. Even an extra $100, $200 a month can shave years off your loan and save you thousands in interest. The goal is to own your home outright as fast as possible. Paying off your home early is a huge accomplishment. It's the ultimate sign of financial freedom. When you own your home outright, you have a sense of security and pride that's hard to beat. 8, build wealth and give generously. The final step in taking hold of your money is building wealth and giving generously. Wealth isn't just about having a big bank account. It's about having the freedom to live the life you want and make a difference in the world. Building wealth gives you options. It allows you to live life on your terms, pursue your passions, and leave a legacy. But wealth isn't just for you. It's also a tool to help others. When you give generously, you're making a positive impact on the world. Continue investing, save for big purchases like cars and vacations in cash, and look for ways to grow your income. But don't forget to give. Generosity is the ultimate sign of financial freedom. When you give, you're telling your money that you're in control, not the other way around. If you're able to save $10,000 for a car, pay cash instead of taking out a loan. If you get a raise at work, use some of that extra money to give to a cause you care about. The more you give, the more you'll realize that money is a tool, not a goal. Giving is one of the most rewarding things you can do with your money. It's a way to make a difference in the world and leave a lasting legacy. When you give, you're not just helping others, you're also enriching your own life. 9.live on less than you make. This is the golden rule of personal finance. If you spend more than you make, you'll always be in debt. If you spend exactly what you make, you'll never get ahead. But if you live on less than you make, you can build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Living on less than you make is the foundation of financial success. It's what allows you to save, invest, and give. Without it, you'll always be struggling to keep up. Track your spending and look for ways to cut back. Do you really need that $5 latte every day? Could you eat out less and cook at home more? Small changes add up over time. The goal is to create a gap between your income and your expenses so you can save, invest, and give. Living on less than you make requires discipline, but it's also empowering. When you live below your means, you're in control of your money. You're not a slave to your paycheck or your bills. You're free to make choices that align with your values and goals. 10, stay disciplined and keep learning. Taking hold of your money isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. It requires discipline, focus, and a commitment to keep learning. Financial success isn't about luck. It's about making smart choices over and over again. The more you learn about money, the better equipped you'll be to make those choices. Read books, listen to podcasts, and surround yourself with people who are good with money. Stay the course and don't give up when things get tough. Remember, financial freedom is a marathon, not a sprint. If you're not sure where to start, pick up a book on personal finance or listen to a podcast about investing. The more you learn, the more confident you'll become in managing your money. Staying disciplined isn't always easy, but it's worth it. When you stay focused on your goals and keep learning, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. Ladies and gentlemen, taking hold of your money is possible. It's not easy, but it's simple. It starts with facing the truth, making a plan, and taking action. You don't have to be a financial expert to win with money. You just have to be willing to do the work. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being rich. It's about having peace of mind, security, and the ability to live the life you want. So start tonight, take that first step, face the truth, cut up the credit cards, and start building your emergency fund. You can do this. Your future self will thank you. Thank you, and let's go take hold of our money.